Hey guys, Prime Guy 98 again, bringing you another video on my Minecraft Harland and Wolff Titanic shipyard project. Now, I've already done a bit of work when it comes to this area. Like I said in the previous episode, we're gonna work on the massive slipways, and I already made one with the each individual pillar where each area is going to be for the construction crane thing, the massive gantries. So what we're going to work on today is the slipway on the other side, and we're going to try to do as much as work on the gantries itself. And the gantries are the massive metal structures. So yeah, let's go then, without wasting any time. So we're going to start, let's say, with the biggest area right here, and we're going to get smaller. So let's fill this in. So there's going to be a lot of filling, especially in this area, but let's go for it anyway. And this is going to be with these episodes, it's going to be a longer set of videos for building this, but it shouldn't be that bad. Come on, go back. There we go. So we're going to fill this in. It's going to take a while, I know. Sorry about that. Can't do nothing about that much. Can't do that much about it. I don't have world edit. I can't get world edit on this version of Minecraft because this is a freaking cracked version of Minecraft Pocket Edition. By the way, that raised me some questions too. Can you play online on a cracked version of Minecraft Pocket Edition? Because someone asked me on YouTube, one of you guys asked me to help with some of his projects, and I was like, okay, no problem. But the person who asked me, I don't know if you're listening to this, but I think his name is Tycho Bovendorp. Tycho, if you're hearing this, I don't know if you have a cracked version of Minecraft Pocket Edition, because this is Minecraft Pocket Edition. It's a cracked version, so I don't know if we can even play online together. But if anyone else know if you can play online on a cracked version of Minecraft like I have right now, please put a message down in the comment below. Now, yeah, the reason why this is a cracked version of Minecraft Pocket Edition is because I don't like, I like Minecraft, but I simply do not have a lot of money to get certain games, and Minecraft is rather expensive, about 50 euros something for the latest version of Pocket Edition with all the updates and stuff. Now this is the I believe for the Villager and Pillager update, so this is with before you had the lanterns, pretty much. I don't know which update that is, but yeah. Anyway, enough about the cracked version of Minecraft. Let's just enjoy this game and fill in this massive slipway. Now this is even before we have stone slabs, so I had to use stone brick slabs right here. Yeah, it's Dutch, so it says steen and baksteenplaat, but it's stone brick. It's stone brick plates. So, as you might have known, I actually developed a way to go really fast. The fun thing about Pocket Edition is you can just spam the heck out of it and get it faster done. Just like on a computer. Because on a, let's say, on a PlayStation 3, where I usually play Minecraft, that's where you can see the recordings of my other live streams. You can see it's not that fast unless you spam the A button or the build button. Now on Pocket Edition, you don't have to. You can just spam the screen on the place you want to place the blocks, which is actually rather nice. I wish the buttons were a bit bigger though, because in my opinion these buttons on the screen are a bit too small for my liking, because I keep, like, for example, when I want to go down, when I want to go up, this happens. I watch down or I break a block. So I only wish that the buttons were smaller on Minecraft, bigger on Minecraft Pocket Edition, because it's not really fun when you're breaking your creation because you're actually having big fingers. Well, I don't have the biggest fingers. I have probably smaller. I have small fingers, but still, these buttons are way too small for my fingers too. So they probably need to change that. But so far it's going great. I just need to get used to the small buttons and then we'll probably be fine. So that is the slipway, the bigger area of the slipway. Now it's not done yet. Sorry about that. And we're gonna do these smaller sections so it will feel a lot quicker. That's what I always do. I start with the biggest areas so the smaller areas will feel a bit faster. And you will see in just a moment because we're gonna do that right now. Yeah, let's get down a bit and let's get going in. Just spam the heck of these stone. Just spam the stone. You can see it's already feeling faster. I can already tell. So yeah, what's else there? What else to talk about? Well, I think that once I reach 10k subscribers, I can finally do some more Minecraft live streams. So yeah, I hope you want to see that because I can't live stream right now on my phone until I have 10k subscribers, which of course sucks. And I don't like that. So yeah. Do a bit of a different building method. Right there. That's the second plate. And we're also going to need to do the slabs, but those are way smaller than these. So yeah, let's do these stone blocks first. I like to do the full blocks first. Plus the stone areas have the biggest surface area. So yeah. Yeah, I really love the way the Titanic turned out. The smokestacks are just perfect and yeah, it turned out great. I'm not that happy about the grand staircase on the inside. It's rather on the small side, plus I don't think it's in the right location. But it will do just fine. Now it doesn't have any interior for a couple of few rooms because like it's still in the shipyard, so you need to imagine that it's just barely being decorated. Although the ship was being decorated while the smokestacks were added, but still it's looking good so far. So yeah. So yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. Now I'm gonna add a lot of gray because these areas had like metal and stone, and there wasn't like a lot of other color except the red color brick from certain buildings. So it's gonna be very dull when it comes to color, but that's also making it more time relatable, if you know what I mean. So things in this time were like a lot of fog, and like because of these carbon dioxide in the air, it was like grayish sky and that kind of stuff. But still, there we go. That's the 3 stone areas. Now let's get to the stone plates. This is where things get annoying. Now these things right here are because of I measured out the distance from the pillars and I left them there because it's going to be underground anyway, because yeah, you don't have to delete them, which saves a whole lot of work. Especially when you're gonna build something big like this, build above ground. And what I mean by that is do exactly what I'm doing right now. Build above the height of the ground, because when you're plus on a super flat world you don't have to dig that much. 2, you can just measure out the sizes with the blocks on the floor and just build it from there, and you don't have to remove all those blocks you use for measuring. And yeah, it's you don't have to, and when you're accidentally placing a block right there, you can just continue like that. You don't have to delete those blocks because you're building above those blocks, which is really easy. Oh, I just noticed. Hey, that's not good. You need to place those blocks there too. Forgot. I did that on the other side, but I forgot it on this one. It's not that bad. Just place a couple of blocks. There we go. But yeah. Let's get this going. So, what else to talk about? Well, not much. Now, oh yeah, because of these Minecraft videos, don't expect me to post a lot of reviews, because I'm trying to get a couple of figures in my collection before I'm gonna do a couple of reviews. That's why I'm doing these Minecraft videos again, because I'm working on getting more figures to review or getting more ideas. So I'm just gonna do a bit of different videos, such as the Cardboard Titanic series are done until I can build the life-size version. Now, a friend of mine, GLKS Cubing, said that in one of my videos on the Cardboard Titanic project, that I should place a cutout of Jack and Rose on the front of the ship. And I said to him, I don't want to do that because I want to keep it historically accurate, not movie accurate. But there's another reason why I didn't want to do that, which I forgot to tell in the project. Because if you look at the title of those videos closely, it says Life-Size Cardboard Titanic. And what I mean by that is that Titanic is gonna be big. That's not the definitive size. Because the Cardboard Titanic is going to be actually my size. I'm going to be able to fit inside. I'm not going to do that. What I made in those videos is just a smaller model and prototype to see if the idea itself works. So, yeah. So if I would make a Jack and Rose cutout on the front of that ship, on the small model, I would eventually need to make that on the bigger model too. But that would be silly. So once you're sailing that thing, you would have a giant Jack and Rose on the front. That doesn't make any sense when you're having a Titanic. It would be more of a joke than just a serious thing. And I want my project always to be somewhat silly, but not that silly. So yeah. Yeah. It's filled in right now. Yeah, that's it. Now, I'm going to fill this entire area with stone too, but I'm going to do that off screen in between recording. So after you see me record a couple of times, you would see slowly this area entirely being filled with stone. Now, let's see how long we've been recording. 12 minutes. Now, we can do a bit of work on the gantry itself. Now, we're going to determine the height. Now, of course, it needs to be higher than those... No, wait, it doesn't need to be because, yeah... I wanted to say it needs to be higher than the smokestacks, but it does not, because the smokestacks were added after it splashed in the ocean. So let's see, what about the height? Let's see. Let's do the few blocks taller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe that's a proper height. So now we're going to do this. We're gonna do this right there. I'm gonna get that down there. Right here. There we go. And that looks nice. Now this is just the inside. Oh yeah, there's another Dank Doodle meme video from Clumsy. Yeah, I don't know why memes died, but it seems that they're still around. I mean, some people say that memes died, but if I look at certain videos being posted, like, what the, wait, oh wait, I thought it was misaligned. Well, if you look at certain videos from different YouTubers, some people say memes died. I don't think so, because you have Dank Doodle memes. I mean, those are technically memes, and they're still being posted on certain forums and such. So I don't think they actually died. So yeah, that's the size of the gantries. Looking good. Looking good. It's just measuring. Yeah. I'm gonna place in between the, these are just like steel beams, but I'm gonna place in between these parts like the, let's say, the, stone walls, stone brick walls, or like stone walls. Just to make those, you know, let's say, what's it called? To make those cross members, those cross beams and such. So yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. It's just gonna be the structure of the gantry. This is the place where she was built originally. Pretty much what they did, they built the shell of the ship in here. And they like splashed it in the water, did a floating test. Then they placed it in the dry dock. They added the interior. And from there they placed the, and then in the interior they did, they splashed it in the ocean. They placed it in the ocean, did a floating test. Then they added the smokestacks and the interior. Then they placed it in the dry docks, and eventually for it to place the propellers. So that's what they did. So that's actually really clever, that they actually do a floating test before the ship is being launched by just splashing it like this. But the concern about that, in my opinion, I think would be that because the pillars aren't added, I mean the smokestacks and stuff are not added, they're not placed yet, and the structure is just, I think that the structure then would be too high up in the water, which would have the potential to capsize. I wonder how they actually prevented that, because that would be extremely difficult, in my opinion. But that's just speculation, I think. I mean, I wonder how they did that, making sure the ship doesn't capsize without the funnels added, because of course it would be higher in the water that way, right? So I wonder why. I also made these areas in between here 3 blocks wide, because what they had on there was like, what they added on there was like a, massive, what's it called, ramps going up, so you could enter the ship while it was being built, and that's clever too, because I would never think about something like that, which is awesome actually, yeah. Now you're probably wondering, this is a Transformers channel, why are you doing Titanic stuff? Well, before I had before I did the Transformer stuff, I'm still a huge fan of the Titanic. I was fascinated by the history of the ship and the way it's built and just the sheer history about the ship. I was fascinated. The first time I saw the movie, I was like, oh my god. And then I realized it actually happened, and I was like, what? No way. And then I did more research about it, just like I did with Transformers. I did research about the history of it, and I was like, okay, that's actually really interesting. So that's how my fascination for the Titanic actually started. Yeah. I know. It's something. Some people think, oh, whatever, Titanic this, whatever, Titanic that. But eventually it faded away. Because, the thing is with me is when I'm into something, such as the Titanic or any other ship or another subject, for example, Transformers. Well, the difference between the Titanic and Transformers is because Transformers has a lot more diversity, if you know what I mean. It's still going on, you know. They still make toys. It's still an exciting thing, you know. And it has more diversity also when it comes to characters. But the Titanic is just one single ship. So what that meant for me is like, okay, Titanic. Cool. Now what? Because when I liked the Titanic, I made dozens of models, like from cardboard to paper to sketches to drawings, everything Titanic. My mom wasn't that happy about that too, but still. Eventually, it started to bore me out, you know? Like, I liked the Titanic, but it was getting sort of an everyday thing, you know? It was getting as normal as brushing your teeth, let's say. So what that meant is it wasn't that exciting. The subject wasn't that exciting as it used to be. And that's why it only lasted like a year. And the Transformer stuff is lasting longer than a year. Well, it lasted still lasting to today. Well, now, about the Titanic, it doesn't mean I'm not into the Transformer stuff anymore when I'm doing Titanic stuff. It's just an in-between stuff. You know, sometimes I'm posting Titanic videos, other times I'm posting Transformer videos. That's just the way it's going to be for now. So, not so you're saying in the comments, hey, what about the Transformer stuff? I'm still posting Transformer stuff. Don't worry about that. It's just I want to, you know, switch it up a bit. One day Transformer, one day Titanic. So these gantries are looking pretty good. These are just the pillar structure. I'm gonna do the pillar structure first. And then I'm gonna add on the other stuff. Now let's see, how full is my phone? Oh, it's still 7% in charging. Good. Because I was coming home from work and I was like, oh god, my phone is almost dead. It was about 15%. And I started to put it on the charger and playing some while. That's when I recorded the previous video. And I was like, okay, but a mentor of mine wanted to see how the Titanic project turned out. So I went downstairs with a 15% battery. And I showed him everything about... I showed her the Titanic right there. And eventually, Eventually, I showed her. She was like, wow, that turned out really great. I showed her a bit of the interior, but because I was showing literally almost every aspect of the ship, it eventually turned out that my battery almost died. So I quickly rushed upstairs and just put it on the charger. But now because it's on the charger, and now it's still on the charger. Yeah. It's still on the charger, still charging, of course, because it's on the charger. I'm saying charger a lot right now, but still. The point is, I just wanted to continue this project because I wanted to get this thing as quickly done as possible. So, and that's when we are right now at the moment. So yeah, it's a bit of the, that's a bit of a story for you. Not an exciting story about the charging, but that's the reason why it's 7% and not higher. But it's still charging. It's, let's say now it's 8%, which means it's charging slowly. But it'll get there. It will get there eventually. As long as I keep an eye on it that it's still charging, then it will be fine. Because I had, when I was starting this project, let's say yesterday, I was still working on the Titanic. I was building on it, and eventually I had it on the charger. At least I thought I had it on the charger. And all of a sudden, it died. My phone died. And it was like, I had it on the charger. And then I looked at it and the cable was in there, but it went out of the socket. The plug went out of the phone for like a few minutes. And again, it was at like, let's say, 7% when I had it on the charger. And then when it died, yeah, so now let's see. Yeah, it's still on the charger. So yeah, eventually I was like, how? I had it on the charger, and then I looked at it and it was like, oh yeah, great. So that's a bit of a silly thing that happened yesterday. But hey, nothing you can do about that. So yeah, this is looking good. I'm just adding pillars. Let's see how long. Ooh, 24 minutes. You know what? When it reaches 30 minutes, I'm gonna stop the recording. Just so you know. But yeah. Yeah, what else am I gonna create on this map? Well, I want to, like I said in the previous video, just a massive area. And there was also an area that they, like a massive area the size of a football field, where they drew out cross sections of the ship in chalk on the floor for the metal to be bent at. I'm gonna create that room as well. I think I'm gonna create like massive, like very big. I think I'm gonna create for that very big with white carpet. I'm gonna add like probably some lines or stuff. I'm gonna do that with redstone, but that wouldn't make sense because it's red and not white. Look at that. Now it's looking bare bone at the moment, but it's gonna have cross members and such, and yeah. Let's get this cross member here going on. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. I don't know if this actually had a cross member there. Just gonna have to look up some pictures eventually, because I don't think it had cross members right here. I think wait, it only had cross members here, not through the center right there. So I need to delete that little cross member. I'm gonna look at up some pictures after I've done this, make some adjustments, and I think I'm gonna be back in the new episode. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I think I'm gonna look up some pictures after I place these blocks. So I think I need to delete this area right here, but I'm just gonna have to look. So I'm gonna finish this up. I'm gonna pause the recording and look up some videos. Gonna record that, how it's gonna turn out, and then yeah, gonna have to see. Just gonna have to look closely at the pictures though. So yeah, so I'll be right back. So you can see that this is what I'm trying to build. The massive steel skeleton. And like I said, I was partially right. It has cross members. Now here you can see the construction of the ships right here. This is the I believe the it's not the Titanic, it's the Olympic, and that's Titanic being built right there. So you can see that, and that's like, and you can see the crane. Come on, let's zoom in. You can see the crane right there. So yeah, that's something I'm gonna create then. So let's take a closer look at the picture. Oh, okay. It has like a major cross member in the center. You can see the two floors up there, so that's good to know. Okay, I think I can do this. Yeah. This is rather easy to do. Just need to pay attention to the details right now. So I'm going to take a closer look at the picture, and I'll be right back. So yeah, it appears to be that we're almost right. Sort of right. Now the top section is good. No problem with that. Just need to add a second floor around here. And that's pretty much it. So let's do that. Oop. So that's good. I'm gonna have fencing and stuff. So it's gonna be rather not safe, I want to say, but detailed when it comes to certain elements. Oh yeah, that's 2 down. No, that's 1 down. There you go. So this is what we need to add to, and it's going to be only over here, and in the center, and other stuff. So yeah, it can be over here. Now I noticed that it has massive cross members in the center. They're even bigger than these areas in between. They're not the same size. So I think, and that's where the crane runs on, I believe. So I'm going to add that as well. So yeah. But I noticed that the crane is on the top part. And in between these areas right here is where the massive cross members, I believe the cross members are in the center going through this thing. Oh, and I get a message, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna check this message, and I'll see you next time. So I gonna have to stop recording because apparently it's dinner time and I lost track of time. So I'm gonna finish this little area right here, and then I'm gonna round up the video. Sorry, but I'm gonna keep recording after dinner. So I'm gonna do this thing. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it's charging. Sorry. God dang it, you're on the charger! Ugh. This is what it keeps doing every single time. Come on. There we go. Just need to move the phone as less as possible. Apparently I just did a few micro shifts in its position. And then it keeps doing that pretty much, so yeah. Now, on the picture, you saw that it had a triangular structure. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do the triangular structure. That's way too difficult for my taste. But yeah, thought it looks a bit better with the massive gantry areas. So yeah, let's do this. I told the people that I'm gonna be later because I'm gonna quickly record this. So I'm gonna round it up right now. So yeah, this was Prime Guy 98, and I'll see you next time. Bye.